Alrighty, Doc, you're from North America, getting ready for the 3-day weekend. And what do we got going on here? There is the dollar index. You can see it on our beta, pressing down right there. You can see it daily for a couple days in a sell. And we've been in that weekly sell now for 10 full weeks. Over here on J4X, you can see same situation, lots of pressing down in direction. The fast stochastics at 15.7, and the slow is at 20.4. So that pressure just keeps on marching on the downside. And then let's go to the chat line. I forgot to go to the chat line. We'll go there in a sec. And then right there, well, you know what? Let me go to chat line and not worry about the other chart. Let's see. There we are. The chat line. We got a commercial going on. Right there. All right. Cute. There's Robin. Hey, Robin. Good morning to you. And so, it's just you and me. It's quiet. Well, the world is probably, Europe is in the throes of the afternoon. You know how the afternoon is with the trading floor back in those days. And then, it's, I'm surprised even sometimes Europe, I remember when Europe used to take a whole week. They would, shut down for Christmas and reopen after New Year's. That's in currencies. I remember doing that. Those weeks were quiet. Excuse me. Back at you. Yep. The good old days. So. As you can see, the dollar is, I guess you could say it's now, I guess on the other chart, let's put that up there too. Right there. You see it's breaking down, taking out the low there. And we're at that 101, 2022. Do we take out the even? Anything, I was going to say anything's possible, but it's more definite than that. Is that weekly sell, daily sell, end of the year, it'll be very clear going into next week. But wouldn't surprise me if we do go after the lows of 6 months ago. Let's go see if we find it. Right there, you can see it. That low of 99 and change. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go break that again. And then, we hadn't been down there in a long while. But, that flavor, that desire, and that acceptance that we're going to see rate cuts, that's what's pushing this, down, 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 and down. Matter of fact, it's really surprising that it's not even down more. I guess what it comes down to is it's very hard to go down without something to go to. So, in other words, there's a lot of pairs trades that are okay, but they don't have the liquidity. And without that liquidity, it makes it tough to sell the dollar. Now, the American media, as I've said before, is totally agog, I guess you could call it, or just intensely, oh my God, the dollar is falling, the world's coming to an end. Here we are over one par. So to me, it's overpriced still. To me, you'd have to go into the 90s for it to start to move into the undervalued, not the overvalued. Right now, we're heading towards fair value. I guess you could say 1.100, or 1.0, however you want to look at it. So that's the dollar and all the pairs out there. And then what we do is we normally go and look at those other pairs. We look at the number 2 currency in the world and the number 2 economy in the world, and that is the European Union. And then we'll go look at Japan, which is I always say that the Commonwealth is the third largest economy in the world. The numbers reflect it. That's what does all this. It's not like wishing, where some countries wish that they were number 2 or number 3 or number 4 or 5 or whatever. But this is fact and numbers. And so, European Union is almost a $22 trillion economy. Half a billion people. The second most active currency in the world, behind the dollar. So that is very clear that that's not wishing or shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it is. That's what it is. All right. So from there, let's put up the euro. Let's see how Mr. and Mrs. Euro look today. Right there. Nope, not right there. Right there. There we go. Oh, and there's the great experiment. It closed at another all-time close. And there it is right there. We're looking now 2, 4, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 4, 10. 10 days in a buy since back in here at that low. And we've been in a weekly buy since that low, way back in. Oh, let's do this. It's lighted up right there. And we've been in a weekly buy since that low area right there. So, weekly buy for weeks. What's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. And you can see the same thing going on the beta. Let's put let's see how that looks on the beta. Beta. Come on, beta. Right there. And that's the futures contract. Basically 9 out of 10 weeks in a buy right there. And you can see the daily has been, what is that? That is 7 out of 8 days in a buy. And so it's been climbing up. And let's put it up on J4X. Right. Right there. And you can see the same thing there. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a buy. And you can see, let's see if we can get this fixed right. There it is. You see the fast stochastic at 81.2. We see the slow trading at 76.2. And so it's still showing strength and buying. See if you can instigate somebody to ask a question there, Robin. Give them a push. Push, push, push. As I take a sip of my tea. All right. So there is the euro against the dollar. Now, brown cow. Let's go over to cable. Cable. There it is. And you can see here it's going into it, trying to get into it today. 44.4 versus 45. Still not there in the buy. Let's put that up over here. There it is. And it's in a daily buy for 1 day now, going on the second day. And we've been in that weekly buy for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks since that low down in here somewhere. And let's see, what else can we say? Let's go to the beta. Let's see what the beta is up to. Right there. This is the futures contract. Closed in a daily buy yesterday. Flirting with a sell today, but it's higher. And it's been in a weekly buy for... looks like to me 10 weeks now. So just pushing up and away. It's just not surrendering to the idea of the dollar is going down. It is going to it. It believes it, and it's not surrendering to the wishes of the bond vigilantes. They're going together now. The British pound and the bond prices are all dipping and sliding and heading to the south side of things, and we'll see on January 2nd if that's just been profit taking or you know, cut it. You know, in other words, taking shorts off from that long run. We'll see how that all goes. There's Mountain West. Yo, Mountain. Mountain, Mountain, Mountain. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. Let's see. Robin says, ask any question about any market you follow. We will never... We will review it for you. Right on, Robin. Need that little push to remind people to jump in. Jump in, jump in. You can also, if this is the video, you can still ask a question and we can answer it the next day. And we can answer it, then you can go look at the video again. So. I guess big 4-day weekend. Yeah. Well, markets are not closing early today. So it's a 3-day weekend. But it's a very solidly 3-day weekend. Okay. So from there, we are going over to the Swiss. Let's see right there. There's Swiss. You see Swiss has been heading down now. That's 9 candles minus on the red side. And the fast is below the slow still. So the pressure is still on there. Are stocks going to continue going up after January 1st? Good question. If we're in a weekly buy and a daily buy, yep. And if we're not, then no. And we'll see how next week goes. The odds and statistics, normally about 80% of the time they do. But this time around, it's a little different because the incumbent is running against an incumbent. So it's a lot different. But normally, yes, they try to perk it up. And so we will see how they play this out. And we trust our algorithm before we trust anything else. Let's see. Yep. So that's it there. So I asked that and answered that. Like normally on a presidential year, 80% of the time it's up for the year. Problem is that not problem, but the difference is this time the president in office is running against the president who was in office last time. So, and the former president has a way better track record than the sitting president. So it's going to be who can harvest votes more. So we know that Mr. Trump is going to win the popular vote like he did last time. And then the question is those ballots that come in after midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning and the next day and, you know, that are not supposed to come in at all. The question will be is the harvested votes against harvested votes. And I would assume Mr. Trump will win, and then the markets will obviously be looking towards that beforehand. He's polling so high in so many different ways that you would assume that it would be an up market no matter what. In other words, like a 99% chance of an up market. Now, there's a few money managers out there that keep on talking about a second quarter crash. Why I guess what it is they're starting to anticipate the sell in May and go away, and markets may interpret that a little bit sooner than May. So there's a lot of noise out there about the second quarter or second half of the year. Markets will go quiet. Maybe they'll slam them down and then watch. But again, the biggest situation out of it all is who harvests more votes. And as far as I can tell, I think Mr. Trump is going to harvest more votes. So, All right. So from there, we go over to the yen, which has been they've been snowed in over there now, and it's been chilly, chilly. Oh, I got it up on. Let me just show it to you on the other chart. That's it right there. There it is. And let's just show you that too. I had it on beta. Right there. There we go. Making another low. Pushing it down. Again, you would assume that would be one of the better pairs trades. The dollar Swiss. They can, that will get more activity. It's only 8 million in population, but it trades almost twice as much currency a day than China. So the Chinese currency is almost half of what the Swiss currency is. In activity, in volume. So, that says a lot. That if the Swiss, which is the sixth most active currency in the world, trades twice as much as China, that's a reason why no one takes them too serious anymore. All right. From there, we go to the yen. There is the third most active currency in the world. Right there, the yen. It goes the dollar, then it goes the euro, and then from there it goes the yen. You can see it's the second day in a sell. Let's put the line in there just to remind you right there. You can see we're in that weekly sell now. Looks like a full 5 weeks with no problem whatsoever. This is good. It's firming up. They seem to have resolved a lot of issues, or let's put it this way, they're showing that they're trying to resolve a lot of issues that they have over there. Over the last month now, since it's topped out, that at that big top right up in here in the yen, we remind people that from there, from that 151ish 52 area, they got rid of the finance minister. They got rid of 5 cabinet members, and they warned the LDP stop taking bribes. So, you can see just by doing something has, added a little bit more strength to the yen, which is nice. All right, and let's put it up on J4X. JJ4X. Where is it at? JJ4X. Right there. There it is, a couple days in the sell, just like right here. And unfortunately, the beta, we just have the futures contract shows should be a couple days in the buy. So let's just check and see. So we're looking at 6. There it is, 6J. And yep, it does. It shows the futures contract runs the opposite direction as the spot. So it's a yen dollar pairs trade, not a dollar yen pairs trade. Excuse me, still fighting that cold. And let's put that. You can see that up there. Let's put it up there, right there. You take a sip of water. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. Seems like a little bit better. Don't get cartridged. All right. And as you can see, the let's just put it up a little bit further. There you go. See that strength right there. Doing the same thing as the spot in the reverse direction. Matter of fact, it's not even as strong. From here to there, but the futures contract really has made a nice move on the upside. Let's go back to the beta again. Look at that. Taking out everything. So the futures contracts are definitely drawing interest. Mountain, did you like that answer I gave you about the historical statistics? I think we're going to be I'm very bullish, personally, but I'm not too convinced that the markets are. We'll see. And our algorithm will tell us. All right. So from there, let's see. Let's go to the great experiment, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. Right there, the Euro Turkish Lira closed at an all-time closing high in the 32s. 32.18, almost 32.19. And then today we are trading at 32.24, almost 25 now. So, and we're feeling that pressure up to that 32.5 area that we've talked about for months. Let's put it up over here on J4X. J4X. There it is. You can see all that green going up, up, up and away. Let's put that up over here. There it is right there. Up, up and away. Since it's been a daily buy since 3, 6, 10 days. And this is the same thing, I think. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 9 days there. Let's see how that looks. Fast stochastic at 90.0 and the slow is at 87.0. So very, very close. Trying to top out up at the top end of its range. Oh, what's that mountain says? Doc, you have a bad cold. Yeah, I'm clogged up more than anything else. Very nasally. Very nasally. I just took a Benadryl. So we'll see. I have not taken them for a while. And so since I caught this cold 3 days ago, a little too much scotch from Scotland at a Christmas party. And then, let me see, from there, where do we go from here? Oh, okay, so that's it. That's the Turkish lira. And let's see how that experiment goes. I don't think I have any strong opinions at this point. Before it was all these Fibonacci's and, I was looking at all these potentials, and now that we're up in the 33-ish area, I don't think I have an opinion anymore. We're just going to watch the math. I don't think it's, could it go to 40 next year? Who knows? Could it go to 50? Could it go to 25? I can't imagine it going to 25. But you never know. Maybe they'll increase interest rates going into the new year, like 6% or 12%, and maybe that'll help it basically fall back into the 29 area or something. I sound okay though, right? You can understand what I'm saying, Mountain? You can hear the nasal. Hey. Yes, indeed. The snoot. The snoot is clogged. All right, from there, we go over to the South African Rand right there. It's been a teeny little slope up the last couple of days like that. You can see that there. We'll put it up on J4X. Right there. So you can see that pressure. It's trying to turn up there finally. We're starting to get that. And the fast stochastic's at 42.4. And the slow's at 36. So not too bad. Mountain says, can't understand. Can understand, yes, but I can't hear the nasal. Yes, you can hear the nasal. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, the snifflies. The snifflies. Let's see. Yep. The nasal. My snoot is all stuffed up. My snoot. Whee! All right. From there, we jump over to... Where do we go over there? From there, we're going to jump over to the metals complex. Let's see what's going on with the metals. With the South African Rand, it's been moving down, trying to turn up a little bit. We would expect gold to be sideways today, maybe down a little bit. So let's go over to that. And there is the gold. And that's not doing that at all. It's lifting up even more. So the South African Rand normally would chase it down. Maybe by the end of the day, maybe I'll sell the strength here in the morning. So that is gold. From gold, we go over to silver and see what silver is doing. And there is the silver. Now, silver, it's up for the day, but on its edge, matter of fact, at the moment, it's trying to go into the sell. So the pressure is on that, which would make sense since we're seeing the South African Rand try to lift up. And then we go over to the copper contract. And everybody wants to believe that they're going to get their act together in China, and so that's why we see copper trying to show strength, because when China's growing, copper goes up. But here we've got a little pressure going on there. Let's just try to see if we can, if there's any way we can refresh that. Let's see. Yeah, it's pressing down. It's trying, that's for sure, right there. But they're really looking for a door opening in China where they're going to start to. Oops, that's the wrong spot to put it. They're really hoping that China will do something, but I don't know. I don't think they have the money. That's the problem. I mean, they've allowed some big defaults. Billions of dollars defaulting on pennies. Not even pennies on the dollar. It's really sick. Imagine you have $11 billion in assets in a company in mainland China, and they can't pay a $15 million dividend
connection reestablished.
or interest payment. So it says to me that that's as much as the fund managers and so forth keep on hoping that they think China can turn on the spigot. They don't have a spigot. They need America to be growing to turn on the spigot. So that's something they just don't want to talk about or accept. And that's really a real problem. Because that's why Doc calls China the angry American colony, like an old-fashioned colony. And they don't like us. And it's because they can't function without us. And they don't like that. They don't like that at all. Alrighty. Roo. So from there, let's see. 6. Okay, cool. So from there, we see what copper's doing, and it's telling us that it's not at $4.50 or $5. That's for sure. But there's hope, and that's why you see it rising. Constantly rising. They think that it's come from what is that, the 360 area over the last 2 months. And they're hoping that it's going up 30 some odd cents, and they're hoping that China will come back to life again economically. And we hear, we talk about it all the time. China can't come back without America coming back first. All right, last but not least, there it is right there. That is the platinum. And again, I've been really stunned and amazed how low platinum is. And you just got to wonder who is willing to short that product at this point in time. I'd be very nervous about doing that. And so there it is right there. And is that today? That's today. And now that doesn't look right. Let me just double check that. Let's see, right there. Right there, I'm trying to find it. There we go. I'm trying to put platinum up on the exchange charting system because something doesn't seem right there. Yeah, that doesn't look right at all. So we have to fix these two right there, like Monday. That's definitely not Monday. I had a sneeze there. How about that? Let's see. There's Monday. Monday's all wrong. And what is Tuesday? Tuesday's all wrong. And let's see. Now, Friday is right. Okay, so that's good. So we'll fix that. We'll get that straightened out, and we'll take care of that after the webinar. All right, from there, but it's in a buy, and it's in a weekly buy, and there's no problems on any of it. It's been in a weekly buy from, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 days now. Platinum in a daily buy. Let's see. From there, we go over to the energy sector. See what they're doing on the energies. All right, and let's put, there's crude oil right there. You can see it's trying to inch its way up. No worries there. Save that. And let's put it up. The Canadian, we're expecting the Canadian to be heading down since oil is moving up. Yeah, see, the Canadian's been heading down, 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 and oil has been moving up for the last couple of weeks, and that's usually the way it works. Usually, it's been only 50% accurate of late. And you can see the weekly. Whew, look at that. The weekly on the oil is just on the edge. Let's put the Brent up there and take a look at that. Right there. There's Brent trading at 79, 79, 72. Let's put Brent up on. Let's see. There's BZF. And you can see there it's up to almost $80. And that's on the beta. Let's show you that. You can see it's been climbing for, was that 6 days now. And then you can see here the weekly trying to push up. You see the fast is getting through. The green is kind of stalled out still, but we will not know until Tuesday because it's always a day behind on the weekly. We will get that straightened out over time. What else can we say about the Brent? I guess that's about it. And we see the Canadian heading down, so that all makes a lot of sense to me. Now, from there, we go over to natural gas. Right there. Natural gas was flirting with a daily buy yesterday. It's above the zero line. You can see that right there. And, it's coming from the, what is that, like the 320 area? Something like that. 328 area. And we're up at the 358 area now. So it's moved up 30 cents. And what else can we say? But it's still in a weekly sell, as you can see. Oh, you can't see it. Let's do this. Right there. Excuse me. So you can see it right there. The weekly, it's been in that weekly sell now for, what's that, 7 full weeks now. And then when we go take a look at it over on the beta, right there, there it comes. And let's put it up over here on J4X right there. And there it is there. You can see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, yeah. Excuse me. Let's take another sip of water. And you can see it's been climbing over here on J4X at the same time. Right now, the fast stochastic is at 53. The slow is at 64. So it's definitely not doing that well as we speak. I heard a ding. Let's see who the ding is. I got a ding. There's a ding. And there it is right there. You can see the gas much more choppy on the J4X at the moment, and at the same time it's actually pushing down into the sell again. And then over here we're kind of just stalled. You can see it on the beta. Still on the edge of that weekly buy, but still in the sell. So, there's the pressure of the 2 days on the buy. Now let's take a look at it over here, and you can see it couldn't get. It's above the zero line, but we had a red and a green. So it's kind of really, it's matching really well with the J4X and the beta. But more than anything else is that the sloppiness is very clear at the moment. In other words, there's not a lot of conviction into this action. Going with a cough drop to cut out the nasally sound. Let's see if we can straighten that out. I took a Benadryl. Now we'll try that. All right. Now, where do we go from there? Oh, we go over to Spain. That's right. Let's go check out Spain and see what they're doing with the energy in Europe there. And you can see 27. Oh, right down in lows at 27 almost. Cool. Very cool. And over here, there it is right there. Same thing on the beta. You see it's trying to lift up, but it's in the sell still just by the hair of its chinny chin. But it's been in a weekly buy for a while. Maybe on Tuesday we'll see something. Maybe it'll be challenging the sell side, which would be nice on the weekly. We would love to see Europe see those prices come down. I don't know if you guys are under the snow. I understand 2/3 of Europe has been under snow. Same thing with Japan. Lots of snow. Here in the States, not much snow. It's kind of like rotating, adjusting type of thing goes on. All right. So from there. From there. Let's do this. Okay. I guess that's done. Done, and done. All right. So what we'll do is we will jump over to now the stock indices. It looks like they've been down, just a little bit. The Dow's down about 110, 120 points, something like that. So not much, just a little lightening up, I guess you could say, taking some profits from yesterday's. The 320 some odd point gain in the Dow yesterday was not even 1%. I mean, when it fell almost 500 points a couple days ago, it wasn't 2%. Everybody was acting like the world was coming to an end. It just seems very odd, extremely odd how desperate they are to make it sound exciting. Exciting. Is it exciting? It sounds exciting. Huh. All right, now from there, let's take a look at. Let's put the S&P 500 up there. We're going to put it up on J4X right there, the daily. There it is right there. You'll see it's a little red today. I think this is like the third day of red wine. Let's put it up over here. And you see it's trying to lift up. just not doing it well. Uh, it's trying to get into the buy, but it's just kind of sloppy at this point. We'll move that over. It's not looking good at all. You can see the weekly 2, 4, 6. This will be the 8th week in a weekly buy. It's going a couple hundred points. Was it 300-400 points up? So that's pretty good. But I don't see anything, pointing to any particular direction. The markets want to go slow. They want to retire. It's a 3-day major holiday, and it's the end of the year. You got the taxes. You got everything going on. And the stock industry itself is not, it's only 50 cents off. It's not like it's getting crushed or something. I saw it down. Let's go over here. We'll go to the intraday chart. Here's the intraday chart. You can see the 18,000 contract chart. Last night they did dip it down into, where did they put it to? They put it down into the, I guess it got as low as 74,785. It's not exactly, now it's 10 points, almost 11 points higher, and going after the highs of yesterday right there. And look at the lack of volume. I mean, this is yesterday, and normally, let's just show you, normally, by this time of the day, it would be this much distance all the way up to here. And today, you can see, it's barely moving. It only has 4 bars since yesterday, or last night, midnight. 4 bars, whereas yesterday we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, twice as much in volume, twice as much and more, right all the way up to there. So we're seeing the strength trying to get going over here, and on the daily, it's trying to lift up. Let's see, where is that? Right there. You can see the fast is at 44.2 basically, and the slow is at 54.2. So there's still some pressure in there. No real conviction to buy. It's been quiet. The holiday. Half the world is closed probably by now. And let's go to the other chart. The 2000 chart right there. You can see it's kind of slow also. It's gotten up to here. Went into the buy right there and had that move there. Then finally went into a sell there, and then went back into the buy right there and had a nice move again. And so then it was in a buy all the way to right here. Went into the sell there, went right back into the buy, and it is in the buy all the way up until right there. And now it's back into the buy since right here. All right. So that is the S&P 500. Now let's move over to Let's see. What I'm going to do? I'm going to look at on the beta. Yeah, beta's looking just as choppy and noisy. Just as choppy and noisy. Now let's go over to the Tech 100. The Tech 100. Right there. And it went into the sell right here. Let's grab one of these. Like that. And it stayed in the sell, and it's still in the sell. Same thing as the S&Ps. And it's been in that nice long weekly buy since right there. What's that? 3, 6, 8 weeks in a weekly buy from the lows of the 14.5, and now we are at 17 basically. That's been a pretty good gain, I think the cough drop's helping out better. I can hear myself a little bit better sounding. What do you think, Mountain? The cough drop and the Benadryl seems to have made my voice and things kind of get a lot better. All right. Now from there we go to the grand lady who's at all-time highs until 2 days ago, and that is right. Where are you? Right there. So there's the all-time highs just 3 days back, and it's trying to climb up now. It's a little weak. It's in the sell for this is the third day, and oh, what's going on there? I need to fix the weekly. There we are. There we are. You can see there we've been in a weekly buy there. 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks also. All the way from the 33,000 area, 34,000, all the way up to 38,000 area, 4,000 point move. So the math has caught that with no problem. Save that. All right. So now from there, we go over to the Russell. Now, the Russell's had a wonderful move, and that's like we've always said. The Russell is like the canary in the coal mine. There's no doubt about that. And right there. Oh, we didn't change the contract in that. Let's straighten that out. How about that? We don't have that. So we'll do this. Let's add it. M2K. Add. M2K. Look up. And it's the H right there. Right there. There it is. Yep. All right. Say add. Okay, and close. And there it is right there. And you see it's up at 2040. It's holding over the 2000 mark. Very good. I think the all-time high is like 2400. So, but it was down at 16 no more than, just recently. That's the thing. We'll show you that in a few seconds. There it is. There's 17. Let's see if we can go further. So the low was right around in here at 1660 basically, and now we're at over 20, almost 2060. So that's pretty powerful, big powerful move. Went into the sell right here, and is still in the sell until yesterday. Went into the buy again. So let's do this. Let's throw that in there like so. There's the sell. And then it went back into the buy right there. And now it's trying to get back into the sell again. So it's a lot of interesting weakness going on that. Let's save this. But it's, the best thing that I can see out of all this is the fact that it's in a weekly buy and it is holding up. Let's see, save, yes. And the answer to that is yes. There we are. The best thing about the Russell 2000 being up this strong is that it's over 2000 itself. That's important. Let's put it up on J4X and see if we can get a little more flavor out of it. Here it is right there. and we tighten it up. And you see it's over that high. What was that? July of this year. It's taken that, so it's basically at the yearly highs right now, which is really good. And if we make this bigger, like so, you see the all-time highs in the 24s. So the fact that it's done like a 50% retracement, and now it's moving back up, and it's at the 50 percentile as we speak. It's just like a little underneath the 50 percentile. And that's always positive, when you see an action like that. Now, this is the most speculative of the products, of the stock indices. And then from there, we drop to the crypto. Let's take a look at the BGT. Where's it at? BG. It's right here somewhere. There it is. GBTC. They're going to get listed on an exchange or something like that now, it looks like. And you see it's in a buy. It's discounted by, I guess, like $10,000 from the actual Bitcoin itself. It's a Bitcoin fund. And you can see it's been in a weekly buy forever and ever. Right there, like that. It's been in that weekly buy since back in September. Down in the 18,000 area. So it's discounted by about $10,000, which is all right. I mean, you're trading it, and I guess you can always just go straight out and buy the Bitcoin itself, or you can go to the listed exchange now and buy into it there. All right, now I guess the biggest question of all is is there any questions out there, and I'm trying to think what we're going to label this webinar as. What should we label this webinar? Let's see. What have we seen this last hour? Well, we see copper holding firm. We see gold holding firm. We see stocks holding firm. And we see very low volume. Currency-wise, is there any currency jumping out of this right now? Not particularly. All the currencies seem to be pretty fine, I mean, they're not, the pairs trades against the dollar are doing fine. So it's basically dollar weakness, gold strength. How about that? That seems like a good title. And that kind of catches the action of the day. Let's see. Dollar weak. Gold and stocks firm. How's that? That sounds like a good description. We'll go with that. All right, traders. Everybody have a nice 3-day weekend. And we will catch you all on Tuesday. This is Doc from North America saying Merry Christmas to those that are into it. That's great. And we will catch you all on Tuesday. More than likely with less of a cold, that's for sure. Let's see. I only have one more Christmas. Well, I have 2 more Christmas parties to go to. I'm going to try not to drink, so I should rest up. So, happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Have a safe 3-day weekend, traders. Be safe, be smart. And again, Merry Christmas.